do but chill and watch Netflix just for time to kill. Fix me, fix me, yeah. Oh, baby, you're so beautiful, I had to make you mine. I'm reaching out for you, but I gotta get my mind on track.
How are you? Hope you're good, everybody. And here I say, I am done making videos. I do believe this will be the last video I'll ever make on the JLC Gallia YouTube channel. It's been 6 years since I started this channel in around March 2016, and it's been a relatively fun ride. A lot has changed in the past 6 years, and honestly, a lot has changed even in the past few months. I've got a full-time job, my priorities are now with music, and when it comes to making commentary videos or reaction videos, I mean, I think we could all tell that's kind of behind me now. I'm kind of done making these videos now. It's not of my interest. I have a lot of new priorities. Again, music is my focus now. So if I'm going to be uploading anything to this channel, it will be maybe updates on new releases, or if I ever, cross my fingers, start touring, if my music career starts kicking off, I start touring, and that will pretty much be what will be uploaded onto the channel in the future. When it comes to like the content I've been posting for the past 6 years, that's pretty much done. I mean, the channel's been dead for a long time, but I'm serious this time. I really have no intention of making any more videos, reaction videos and commentary videos, unless it's something crazy. But really, it's not my interest anymore. Now, all that being said, I wanted to end this saga, this 6-year long laundry list of silly videos, with a massive hurrah. And that is going to be me reacting to what I believe is the worst video I've ever uploaded to this channel. I think it's the worst video I've ever made. Like, there are some videos that I made which are preposterous, but never like insulting or genuinely offensive to my own taste. Like, it's the one that aged like milk on a really hot day. This is the nastiest, most horrible video I've ever uploaded to my channel. I'm kind of nervous because I have not seen this video in about 4 years. I hate it that much. This is also my most popular video I've ever made, almost hitting 10,000 views. And I completely put it on private at some point in 2018 because I didn't want this to represent my brand. And just for the record, the stuff that I say in this video and the derogatory stuff that I say does not correlate with my current beliefs right now. This has been 5 years ago, so a lot has changed in 5 years. Remember, at that time, I was still living in my mum's house. I was unemployed. I was working as a construction general laborer. It was a miserable job. I really did not like that job. And I have some very strange views about the job role in question. Oh God, I really don't want to see it. The thumbnail is already like screaming a lot of red flags and bad energy. And you know what? This is actually the second thumbnail that I've made because the first one was too offensive. I actually had to change the first one. The second one was offensive enough, but the first one was way worse, and I won't even talk about that. I haven't even clicked on the video and I'm already offended. So what does the description say? This is a re-uploaded version due to controversy in the original. Okay, I fixed up a couple things, so hopefully everyone can enjoy it. Oh yeah, everyone most definitely did enjoy it. According to the like to dislike ratio, most people definitely enjoyed it. Had absolutely nothing critical or offensive or challenging or confrontational to say. It was all just generally positive, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. After my slightly exaggerated reenactment, I go in detail about my experiences of laboring, which was awful. I could have called it my job experience, but this title is better in my opinion. Yeah, it was definitely more clickbaity, I'll give myself that. This video is more to kickstart my channel rather than a scripted rant video. I've got more ideas in the making for this channel. Stay tuned. well, I actually didn't know that that was what this video was for. I repressed this video from my brain so quickly that I didn't even think that that was the initial reason, because it definitely worked. It reached almost 10,000 views just going on in 2018. It's my still to this day my most popular video I've ever made, and that was the point. But because it was so offensive, it was giving me a bad taste, so I couldn't even keep it. Okay, so after reading that, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to watch the video. It's been 4 years. I'm not excited at all, but it's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this for a short while now, just to get it out of the way. Let's watch it. The following contains harsh commentary. Thanks for the heads up. Oh no.
Okay, I've done 2 hours worth of sweeping. Can I have my break? No. You get your break when I say so. Now what you need to do is carry 2 fire extinguisher up to 13th floor. And then after that... Wait.
No! Okay. Okay, we're on the skit, and I'm already like taking a mick out of what I think is my manager, and I'm using a what sounds like a European accent. Oh my god, I haven't even done my vest properly. Come on, have some grace. Why is my high-vis vest so horribly done? It's not even aligned properly. It's just like sticking up. I don't even know how you could even do that.
Fire extinguisher up to 13th floor.
I don't even know what kind of European accent that's supposed to be. I don't know if that's... I think it's supposed to be Eastern European, but I don't know if I've nailed the accent. Please don't critique me on this. I'm just as ashamed of myself as you are of me.
And then after that... Wait. 2 extinguishers?
Sirens.
Yep. But they're way too heavy to carry up to the 13th floor. I don't care. Do your job. Now after that you need to pick up litter off the ground floor and then carry 10 full wheelie bin up the ramp with him.
No,
not with him. He's an He gives me dirty looks, he snatches things off of me, and carrying things with him is a nightmare. I get cuts and bruises because of him. I don't care. Do your job or go home. Fine.
Laboring in construction. Okay. Right. So, where do I start? I did get some vivid flashbacks of what it was like being at that job. There was some exaggeration, maybe just a little bit. Screw it, there was plenty of exaggeration. I don't think it was as bad as I was making it out to be, but it was definitely like that level of unforgiving. Yeah, it kind of says a lot about how I perceive the job. Laboring in construction is one of the worst jobs ever. What sane and joyful individual would actually enjoy such a job? Absolutely no one. Wow. Okay. That was just the beginning. We're only 1.5 minutes into this video, and it's already sending a lot of trigger warnings. I'm not ready for this. I'm actually trying to explain myself. I've spent like 3 attempts trying to explain what went on in that skit over there. Usually I'm good at explaining things, but this is actually so bad. I'm actually... This is so offensive. This is so bad. It's gonna get worse. How are you? Hope you're good, and welcome back to another video where I complain about something. No, but seriously, I think this is something I need to get off my chest. If you don't know what laboring is, it's basically carrying a variety of things from A to B, cleaning and sweeping up other people's dirty messes like some sort of housemaid. It's literally a step closer to cleaning public toilets. It's that bad. Jesus. Okay, alright. Okay, what am I doing? I compared it to just housemaid work and cleaning public toilets, which it absolutely wasn't. This was actually my first video where I really started to delve into like hater territory, where I would just start triggering people. And I triggered lots of people making this video. There were a lot of offensive comments. There were a lot of racist comments that I received from this video. And I didn't know how to handle it. I did not know how to handle these comments. They were genuinely overwhelming.
On a serious note, sweeping on site involves a lot of dust, and I'm seriously allergic to dust.
I hate dust.
Even with the mask I had on while sweeping, the dust made me so ill, I had to take a day off work. They gave me a better mask the next day, which did work better, to be honest. What makes the labouring experience genuinely worse is the people that tell you what to do,
God, the
and
imagery.
sometimes the people you work with, and oh my god, do I have a story for you. I'll get to that soon. Helicopter, goddamn. I've worked as a labourer with about 3 companies and worked in several different...
Oh my god. Also, there's a lot of I hate everything style editing here, especially with the I hate dust meme. And clearly my focused or anger and the way I portrayed my words clearly referenced him a lot. So that's 1,000 points for originality here.
Site so far, and I know I'm in my early 20s. I know I haven't seen it all, but at this point, I've seen enough, and I've been through enough. Basically, if you want to work in...
Oh my god. I'm so like, what's the word? The indignance. I sound like such a child. I sound like I've been through it all, man. I've been through the worst of the worst. And I don't want to see any more. I've seen enough. It was just, you just worked through a job you didn't like, number one. Number two, you were paid decent money and you were paid, and you were given some decent food during lunchtime. I'm pretty sure you had some breaks too. You're just speaking out of pure irrationality because you don't like being in certain environments that you're not used to and not comfortable with. It's just a matter of having a good perspective. But clearly I was young and I was ignorant. I was very ignorant. And I'm not proud of that. I think the only positive thing I made about this video all these years ago was the production. I think the production was still pretty good. It's aged pretty well, especially the skit. The skit was, I'm quite happy with the quality of it. Just the content itself is trash, but the quality of the production is good. I'll give myself that.
Basically, if you want to work in the most degrading position of all construction,
I think I'm wrong in that. I wouldn't use the word degrading. It is bottom of the barrel because when you start out in construction, because you get a CSCS card, which is pretty much an invitation to working in construction, but you don't get to, as I'll explain, you don't get to actually be involved in constructing the building or the house that the company contract is assigned to build. You are essentially just clearing the path and cleaning up after their messes so that they can have a safer working environment. So general laboring, while it may be seen as a degrading position or the bottom of the barrel, they still play a very important role within construction, and that's something I completely disregarded.
get treated like a slave.
Sorry, I'm not too well. Oh my god! Treated like a slave. That's probably the one that irks me the most. It is just complete trash. You're not treated like a slave. It's so... Ugh. Carrying on.
And at the same time, get yelled at by foreigners, all for...
It gets worse. It gets worse. Get yelled at by foreigners. Like, a lot of people in construction tend to be of Eastern European descent, but why does it matter if they're foreigners or not?
for a very low payment.
The payment wasn't that bad. Plus, I was under an agency, so they would take a small chunk of the payment that I would get. So as a result, payment wasn't the best, but it's not to do with the role in question.
Labouring is just for you, my friend. Not only will you literally be in the worst position, you will be looked down on and condescended towards to as if you are a speck of dirt with arms. I even found this poster in the changing room about modern slavery. It was so ironic that I had to...
Yeah, I just hope I don't get fired from the job I'm currently at, because let me tell you this, I do not approve at all of this nonsense. This is something I do not believe in. This is the worst thing. This is why I haven't seen this video in 4 years. There's a lot of information I'm trying to condense into a sentence. It's
to take a picture of it. The only difference between old slavery and modern slavery is that you accept the job at your own free will.
Yes, that means it's not slavery.
And you get paid in modern slavery.
It's literally not slavery then. So how is it modern slavery?
Otherwise, it's still slavery.
No, it's not! It's not slavery! This is so dumb! I actually had a brain. I actually had a conscience and wrote that in a script and said that and put that on the internet for hundreds of people, thousands of people to see. I said that. This is crazy. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever said on the internet. Oh my God. If anyone is even slightly offended by all that stuff I said in this video, we've only been 3 minutes into this. We've got 6 minutes to go. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to all the general laborers out there. They're actually hustling. They're actually getting their money, getting their dough, pushing their bodies to the limit so they can stay comfortable in their homes, feed their families, feed themselves. All that's completely all power to you. Nothing against that whatsoever, and I genuinely mean that. Again, this does not... If I could vomit, I'd be vomiting right now at the sight of this misery.
Also, it doesn't help that it's mostly black people that work as laborers too. I'm not making statements, I'm just saying what I've seen.
There were a lot of black people back at the general laboring jobs that I've had. Just because there are a lot of black people in these general laborer type jobs, especially in these agencies, it does not make it modern slavery or even slavery in any context.
Some of the things these makers do can be quite brutal. For example, I had to carry some fire extinguishers up to about 12 floors high. Do you know how heavy these fire extinguishers are?
Oh, wow. Oh, you have to carry them up carry them up 12 flights of stairs? Oh, wow. If you didn't like that, just quit the job. Oh, no. Are you done crying yet?
I struggle to carry an extinguisher up one staircase, let alone 12. Also, why isn't there a hoist for this building? There were hoists on the shorter buildings, but not the buildings that were 3 times the height. What?
Oh no, what's happened? The video is so bad that it actually froze my computer.
What kind of sense does that make?
That is true. I will say that site that I was working on did have a hoist on a shorter building, but the taller building, which was like 10 plus stories high, floors high, it did not have a hoist. And really, hoists are designed to carry heavy equipment like ladders, fire extinguishers, and step ladders and all that stuff. That is true. That's the only valid criticism that I've ever made in this video.
I even had to pick up different materials from a skip that was filled with literal sewage water that smelt like a bunch of backed up communal toilets filled with dog and fresh puke, creating an acidic substance that melts the floor all the way down to the deep dark depths of hell itself. That is how bad that smelt. Oh, but the sewage was...
You could tell I was passionate when writing this. While passion and determination and effort is amazing when it comes to making some kind of artistic statement, there are some things which you should just take a few minutes to think about what you're about to say or about to do before you actually go about and doing it. In other words, think before you say, even if you might pull off a good performance. All these opportunities that I've had with AWA and even the job that I'm in probably wouldn't happen if this video was out in the open for everyone to see. And so you might be thinking, why are you showing us this video then? If this video is so bad, why are you putting it all on blast for everyone to see? Yes, because I'm turning lemons into lemonade. I'm showing you one of my darkest pasts. Something that I can have a laugh about and just take the mick out of myself. It's just about how far I've come and how much I've matured over the years. Because me and AWA have started growing a larger profile now, and we've got a lot of big events coming later in the years, and also me putting music out there, I could be seen as a role model for a lot of different types of people, especially when I'm with a group as ambitious and as fantastic as AWA. Having this kind of stuff out in the public is really, really damaging. I'd rather just show that, have a good laugh at it, and say how stupid it is, and yeah.
Oh, but the sewage was the least of my problems. What really pushed me over the edge was this one labourer I had to work with, who wasn't black, by the way. I just thought I'd say that. His body language and attitude was utterly horrific and was very rude. He's also one of the most hideous looking rats I've ever seen in the shape of a human. He would snatch things from me.
No comment.
Give me dirty looks and acts like he's better than anyone. Doesn't sound like a great guy, does he? However, there was one thing he did which he should have gotten fired for. During work, he pulled down his trousers and, get this, urinated right in the middle of the construction site.
Yeah, that's true. That did actually happen. I don't know if I reported it. This was this dude was definitely very uncivilized and very rude. He was definitely a problem.
No. Are you serious? The way I'm seeing that. Oh my god. This guy. I'm done, man. At that point, I saw nothing but a dirty animal. There were plenty of
It's very disgusting. Like, imagine if I was talking about people of color like this in this way. That would be just straight up racist. Thankfully, race had absolutely nothing to do with this man. He was just straight up uncivilized. But man, I went in on those insults. Also, the self-awareness is clever. I'll give myself that. Self-awareness is good of what little that remains in this video.
There were plenty of toilets as well, funny enough. I spoke to both my manager and supervisor about this, and I made it very clear to them that I will continue working, but I will not carry things with him for the sake of my health. I've carried things with him, and I got bruises and cuts because of him. They said they would do something about it, and damn right they should. Not only did I have to clean and sweep floors, especially on that very same spot where he on, this certainly goes against site rules and regulations. Surely he would have gotten fired, right?
No. They kept him because they didn't see it. And there was no evidence to prove it. So therefore, he's fine.
So basically, you can get away with...
Oh my god! I was so angry! It's actually funny how angry I was. I'm actually impressed that I was able to artistically express my anger in different ways rather than shouting.
So basically, you can get away with anything, like smoking, injections, drinking, even killing someone. As long as you don't get caught, you'll be just fine, baby. Now, after all of the...
Wow, okay. This is so bad. But again, the performance was great. This is probably my best performance of any commentary video I've ever made. I'm genuinely impressed, but really ashamed at the same time. I've never actually felt those two emotions within myself. I'm genuinely impressed, but disappointed.
That he's done after telling the supervisor that I cannot and will not work with him under any circumstances. The supervisor had the nerve to tell me to carry a wheelie bin up a ramp with that same filthy man, despite me giving plenty of reasons why I did not want to work with him. I told him no again and again, still told me to do it. I then said nicely, I want to carry the bins on my own, not with him. Everything I said to him clearly meant nothing to him. I immediately quit the job because I've had enough. I just couldn't believe how incredibly inconsiderate he was to me, and clearly showed biasness towards that train wreck of a man, probably because they speak the same language. The fact that both the supervisor and the manager thought...
Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad, I actually can't describe it anymore. And I probably thought they had something against me because I didn't speak their same language. But this feels really bad. This feels... Oh, I feel dirty. I feel dirty watching this video.
The fact that both the supervisor and the manager thought I was lying. And let me be real, I don't bull anyone. Like I said before, I say what I've seen. But it was his word against mine, and they favored him over the truth. So those guys and laboring. You see that? You see what these people are doing? You see that? That's what I should be doing. That's my profession. This crap.
Okay, so if you've been watching my channel since like 2016, you'll probably know that I used to do bricklaying as a course in college about 7 years ago. And so that was so I could get a job in bricklaying. After doing a course and then a test, a CSCS test so I can get a card, I thought I was going to be a bricklayer. But then I ended up being a general laborer in many different sites. Me working in a job that I was not expected to do was upsetting. I was more upset that I didn't get to do bricklaying than just me doing general laboring, I'll be honest.
In conclusion, was I wrong to swear at my supervisor? Yes, I was. Was my reaction to this bull justifiable? Absolutely
not.
I don't feel any regret from the way I've reacted after repeating myself to him over and over again, just to hear him say, I don't care. He should have seen it coming. All I can say is...
Oh, I sound like some kind of supervillain. It's comedically cringy. The way I present myself as if I'm some sort of force to be reckoned with.
If you want a particular role in construction, such as carpentry, bricklaying, drywalling, crane driving, scaffolding, basically anything that shows contribution to creation, then a CSCS green card won't help you out.
That's true. That is true. It will only allow you access to a construction site as a general laborer.
I'd suggest further studying in a particular profession of your choice. An apprenticeship or course, whatever it takes, it's highly essential if you don't want to work in the same position that I did. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. I don't usually like making these types of videos, so I hope I don't make one again. If you enjoyed my moaning, smash that like button.
And so, there it is. The worst video I've ever made. One of the worst things that I've ever made, period. Probably, actually, I don't know if it's the worst thing I've ever made in my entire life, but it's definitely top 5. There is no other video I've made that's worse than this. In almost every way, it was revolting, and I have no pride in this video other than the production and the performance. Or those two aspects, probably some of my best ever in this channel, but the content and the context, it was just straight garbage. It was straight. In fact, it's probably making me more ill just talking about it. Time to erase that video from my memory all over again. My battery's gonna die in a moment, so I better wrap this up before I die from cringe overdose from this terrible video. Thank you so much for being with me throughout all these 6 years. Going on 2023 now. But honestly, this is the last reaction type video, the last JLC Gallia type video I'll be uploading to this channel. Anything after this, again, will probably be to do with my music, to do with updates on my music, anything to do with music. But from this point on, the JLC Gallia stuff is dead. So it's now Joey Chike upwards. So thank you for joining me along this long, crazy ride. I wish you all the best Christmas of 2022, and I wish you guys the best of mental health. I love you all very much, and I wish you all the best. So if you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe, hit that bell, and all that gushy stuff. I have been JLC Gallia. It's been a great ride. and good night.